Hello, everyone. I remember when I read Stephen Covey's book, and there was this part about looking for win win solutions. My first thought, probably like yours, was that that's not really how the real world works. That in the real world, there's no win win, there's usually win lose. And I thought that was true until I read this very interesting research. So, there is a branch of knowledge called game theory where they analyze or they simulate real world outcomes. So what they did was, in this experiment, they took about 100 people and they put them in a marketplace. And they said, let's say in this marketplace you need to trade with other people for you to come out with a positive score. So for example, if two people trade, then in the trade both of them come away with +1 if it's a successful trade. So they ran a simulation where they said, let's say in this marketplace everyone is dishonest. You know what the outcome in that marketplace was? The total outcome for the entire marketplace was +30, even though there were about, I think there were about 60 people. So what they found was 30 people won and 30 people lost, and the total marketplace produced 30 as a score. On the other hand, they took a marketplace which was totally honest. All 60 people were honest in this marketplace. And what they came away with was that each person in this marketplace came away with a score of +65 somehow. What happens is that when people know that they can trust other people, they tend to trade more, they tend to exchange more, and they tend to have more resources to exchange. So more transactions happen, more traffic, more growth. And that's what actually makes marketplaces grow. Think of that in terms of your own team. If you have a team where there's low trust and there's win-lose outcomes, then only half of them will come away with a 30 score. But if you have a team where everyone's looking for win-win situations, then each person will come away with +65. So in that simulation, the whole marketplace, each individual was making more than a marketplace where people were dishonest. But that's not really exactly how the real world is. In the real world, there are honest people or people looking for win-win, and dishonest people, people looking for win-lose. So they ran a few simulations to see what was the perfect or what was the threshold for dishonest people. And they found that if roughly 30% of the marketplace is dishonest, you can still have a very good outcome. You can still have a marketplace which is actually quite good. But once it crosses 30 to 40% of dishonesty, then the marketplace starts falling apart. Now, what should be your individual strategy? They even ran a simulation for that. And the individual strategy in such a marketplace where there are some dishonest people is that you should look for people that are credible. So you should go in with an approach that I'm honest until I'm cheated, and once I'm cheated, I stop dealing with people that have cheated me and deal only with people that have a reputation of honesty. And eventually you can have a very successful strategy and come away with, even in the dishonest marketplace, come away with very good outcomes. That's basically the research, the game theory research, and it's backed up by real world sociological studies where there's a very interesting book called Why Nations Are Poor. In that they found if they had to find just one reason why countries are poor, they found is countries that do not guarantee property rights tend to be poor, and countries that secure property rights, and by that I mean, your assets, the government won't take away your stuff. If that is secure over a long period of time, the country starts becoming rich. Thank you.